Good morning, I'm Denise Sawyer with your morning local news update.
And how often are your kids in harm's way?
Some voters say they're delivering a 1-2 punch, knocking out their opponents before the second round.
Paula, I had to get as close to the damage as possible so our viewers can really see what I'm talking about here. And you cannot forget about these wacky socks. Take a look at these. These are my lucky socks, all with hopes of winning that big jackpot.
Coming up in sports is decision time for the Redskins as they figure out what to do with Kirk Cousins. And the shenanigans all caught on camera. How this all ends next.
10, go!
It's an outpour of love and respect for the 30-year veteran deputy who was shot and killed in Maryland. His family says he was the definition of a good father. Now, fellow police officers call him a hero.
Get back over here.
The videos are shocking. Watch as a driver gets dangerously close to an elementary student as this car barrels by a stopped school bus.
We have that happen almost daily.
Drivers are putting your child at risk. Experts call this area the danger zone. But how dangerous is this area, and how often are your kids in harm's way? The Transportation Services Director for Wicomico County School District says during a recent survey, 120 school buses were surveyed. 40 violations were made as your child was getting on a bus similar to this.
That is the potential of 40 students or more coming in contact negatively with a motorist.
It's a disturbing look at a child in the path of a raging 18-wheeler. And if police cannot catch them, cameras will.
There is new technology out there where there is cameras attached to some of the stop bars, the stop signs on these school buses.
Each Wicomico County school bus is outfitted with 4 cameras. And the driver, well, he or she has a front row seat to the oftentimes shocking show.
I ask motorists to consider that it's their child or their nephew, their niece, their grandchild.
Go, 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 you can do it.
Who is the one who is boarding that school bus.
Aboard those bright yellow school buses are bright-eyed, precious cargo. In Wicomico County, Denise Sawyer, WRDE Delmarva Zone, NBC Station.
Neighbors tell me they believe this so-called prostitution ring happened over a 3-month span at all hours of the day right underneath their noses.
It bothered us. It bothered everyone here.
Beyond this door, neighbors say was a disgusting business in disguise.
Oh, I thought it was prostitution. We'd watch. We would just sit and watch them go up and buzz the buzzer and...
Speculation of an alleged brothel in this quiet neighborhood.
Everybody was upset about, but nobody wanted to do anything.
This comes after 3 women and 5 men were charged in a prostitution sting at 2 massage parlors in the area. Babies! Neighbors say that filthy crime hits close to home.
I don't see how they could have done that and gotten away with it. I don't know how that business could have gotten set up, and whoever leased it to them didn't realize what was going on.
But the landlord, who also owns this shop, says nothing was going on, and so did this guy who lives next door.
Until they're caught in the act, who can say? Anything could have been going on in there, but like I say, they were very quiet and very nice.
This popular website for illegal sex at massage parlors shows otherwise. The same house seen in this neighborhood is topping a list of erotic spas in the area. One user raves about an employee named JoJo. Another user tells folks to be careful because it's just a matter of time before neighbors complain.
To me, it's just ballsy. I don't understand. In a residential neighborhood, why would they think to do that? But they got away with it for a while.
The massage parlor was recently shut down. The fire marshal's office tells WRDE Sun Spa was illegally operating a business out of a single-family home. Tonight, a warning sign greets you, letting folks know the so-called brothel is now closed. A sigh of relief as that business is out of business.
Police say if you see anything unusual in your neighborhood, snap a photo and take it to authorities immediately. In Sussex County, I'm Denise Sawyer, WRDE Coast TV News.
Tight squeeze, extend, open hips, push.
As we try to brace for the Olympic fever, it sweeps us off our feet.
There's such a buzz and such an energy in the gym.
In Rio, there's Simone. And there's Gabby.
And that's what an Olympic champion looks like.
In Berlin, there's Carmela.
Squeeze, stretch.
And there is Renata.
Tight.
Young athletes pushing a little harder this week, inspired by what they see in Rio.
Try harder and be the best that we can be.
When these young girls took home the gold,
I was feeling really excited because Simone is one of my favorite gymnasts and she works really hard every day.
8-year-old Renata Lovett started dreaming of gold herself.
One day I'm going to go to the Olympics and do that.
It's a contagious Olympic energy that comes every 4 years.
So Rio Olympics basically turned our lives upside down. I think I need some help. And of course, you didn't think I could do this all on my own. And as I try to find my footing, some girls here at this gym in Berlin are one step ahead.
All right. I will leave it up to the pros, even if they're much younger than I am.
They all are so excited and they just want to be that next kid to be the next one noticed.
As for now, this coach gets her chance at getting the next generation ready for their own Olympic gold.
Belly in, hollow shape, squeeze, stick.
In Berlin, I am Denise Sawyer for WRDE Delmarva's own NBC station.
At the end of it, we still kiss and say I love you at night, go to bed that way, have a good night's rest. That's it. Can't go to bed without saying I love you. And at the end, and in the end, I really mean it. She is my best friend. She is.
It's been 44 years of marital bliss, but the past few have been difficult.
Karen had a little tiny cut on her toe, and it turned into an infection, and literally overnight it turned into MRSA, and it went from her toe all the way up to her knee.
Karen's life drastically changed in 2010.
I remember waking up and seeing my right leg, and I had that purplish stuff all the way up to my knee.
Rushed to Atlantic General Hospital, doctors worked to figure out the source of the problem. 7 days later, they've run out of ways to treat her, and she was quickly transferred to the University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore.
It was just so severe. The septic shock and sepsis was so severe that literally all the organs were shutting down. There were at least 3 times the doctors had told me that she wouldn't even survive the night.
She survived, but her kidneys are slowly shutting down. Diagnosed with stage 5 chronic kidney disease, Karen would soon need dialysis or an organ donor.
No one in the family can be a donor because of various medical problems.
Cancer and diabetes are reasons why relatives have been ruled out as potential donors. Now the glaring concern of Karen's future has made way for some pretty unconventional ways to find a kidney.
Trying to get the message out because this is really a matter of life and death.
And as this message of hope travels the back roads of Delmarva,
we've been through thick and thin.
This couple confronts their adversities one kiss at a time. In Ocean Pines, Denise Sawyer, WRDE Delmarva's own NBC station.